Hey guys, I'm Amit Kumar and welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about while loop. Iterative statements are created to repeat a set of statements till a certain condition is true. For example, repeat the product of a number with numbers from 1 to 10 to print a table of that number. Now you might have written table in mathematics, and when you write down table of any specific number, you know that you have to multiply that specific number from 1 to 10 and then you will get the product of that multiplication, which is nothing but the table of that specific number. Now we can create iterative statements with help of while, do while and for. In this video we are going to talk about while loop. Now syntax of while looks something like this. Now you can see while have a boolean statement or a boolean expression with it and then a block where we provide the statement. Now while checks this boolean expression, executes the statement and checks the boolean expression again. It keeps on checking the boolean expression and executing the statement till the boolean expression evaluates to true. And it stops iterating the statement as soon as the boolean expression evaluates to false. So as per the syntax, the statement will keep on executing till the boolean expression is true. Hence, to stop iterating, we need to update the boolean value in the loop body so that it becomes false. Otherwise, it might lead to an infinite loop. For example, the following statement will print the first 10 natural numbers in a flow. We can see an example over here where we created an integer variable, assigned 1 to it, and then we provided a condition. Now variable name is num, the value that we assigned to it is 1, and definitely right now the condition is true, num is less than equals to 10. Here we printed the num and then after we incremented the value of num by 1 using the increment operator, or I should say post increment operator. So definitely first time num will be 1, condition will be true, it will print 1 and then the num value will become true. After the closing block, after the closing brace, it will check the condition again. So every time it will print the value and update the value. Now imagine when the value of num is 10, definitely condition is true, it will print 10 and then it will become 11. And after that, when this condition will be evaluated, the condition will become false and this while loop will stop iterating. So it's pretty much a talk about while loop, and now it's time to see the things practically. So guys, here we are in our developer console and let's create our first program for the while loop. So guys, here is our program. Now this program is to print table of a number. Now you can see here in the print method we are passing a num as an integer variable, and here we have also created a counter variable. Now this counter variable is going to run this loop. So if any variable runs a specific loop, that variable is known as loop counter. So we can say counter here is the loop counter. We have initialized it with value 1. We have given the condition counter is less than equals to 10, and you can see within the loop we have also incremented value of the counter. So we can say the counter value will start from 1 and it will go up to 10 for this loop, and as soon as the counter will become 11, it will not execute the loop and this loop will terminate. What we are doing inside the loop, let's see that. We are multiplying the number with the counter. So definitely first time the number will be multiplied by 1, then it will be multiplied by 2 and so on. We are storing the product here in the res variable, and then we are printing the value of num, counter and res in a format that we use in mathematics to write down the table. So let's see the output. Now you can see I am calling the print method of the number table class by passing value 35, and now let's click on execute. So you can see it's printing the table of 35 by multiplying 35 or the number with the counter variable, which is starting from 1 and ending up to 10. You can pass any number to this specific method and it's going to print table of that specific number. So guys, let's see another program with help of while loop. So guys, here is our program. Now what this program is doing, it's going to accept a number from the user and it's going to print the digits print all the digits of the number. So if the user is going to enter 1234, it's going to print the digits as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now how this is happening, I'm going to explain you, but before I show you that, let me show you what happens if we divide a specific number by 10. So let's suppose if user have entered 1234 and if we are going to divide it by 10, what will happen is we will get the last digit as the remainder and we will get all the digits except the last digit as quotient. You can see the division, like first of all we have done 10 ones are 10, we get the remainder as 2, 3 comes down, it becomes 23, 10 twos are 20, we have done the subtraction, it becomes 3, and then 4 comes down, it becomes 34, and 10 threes are 30, and finally after subtraction you get the digit as 4. Now this is the remainder. Definitely we will not put the decimal point and we will not continue the division as we want the result to be in integer, and whensoever an integer is operated with an integer we get the result as integer. So the point to note over here is if you are dividing a number by 10, you will get the last digit as the remainder and all the digits except the last digit as the quotient. So we have accepted a number from the user and then we assign that number over here to a temporary variable because we are going to work with that temporary variable within this loop. Now what we have given the condition is while temp is greater than 0. So until unless temp becomes 0 or less than 0, this loop will continue. Now inside this loop, we have called the math.mod method. So if you remember, the mod method divides the first parameter with the second parameter and returns the remainder. So here we are dividing the temp by 10. Definitely we will get the last digit over here in the digit variable. And then we are updating the loop counter. So here the loop counter is nothing but the temp. We are updating it how? We are dividing the temp by 10. So it will hold the quotient in temp. And as I explained you, the quotient will be nothing but all the digits except the last digit. So first time if the value is 1234, digit will become 4 and temp will become 123. Definitely we will print digit, that is 4 over here, and the loop will continue. 123 is greater than 0 condition is true. It will come to this loop one more time and this time 123 will be divided by 10. Hence digit will become 3. 123 is divided by 10, so quotient will become 12. Definitely it will print 3 and run the loop one more time. 12 is greater than 0 condition is again true. It will come inside. 12 divided by 10, remainder is 2. Digit will become 2. And 12 divided by 10, quotient will become 1. It will print the digit, that is 2, and run the loop one more time. 1 is greater than 0, condition is true. It will enter here. 1 divided by 10, remainder will become 1 itself. So digit will become 1 and quotient will become 0. So it will print 1, and this time when the condition will be checked, 0 is greater than 0, it will become false. So hence it will print all the digits in reverse order. So let's see the program's output. So guys, you can see I'm calling the print digits method of the myNumber class by passing in the value 1234. Let's click on execute and you can clearly see it is printing those digits in reverse order like 4, 3, 2, 1 and then after the loop terminates. You can pass in any value like suppose 985647 and let's click on execute. And it's printing 985647, definitely in reverse order. So guys, let's create another program where I will show you how and why the updation of the loop counter is very crucial for a loop. So guys, here you can see this program. Now in this program, I'm not passing any value as parameter. This is very simple program. I created an integer variable num, assigned a value 1 to it. And this loop is having a condition num is less than equals to 10. Definitely condition is true. And here I am printing the value of num. But the interesting thing is I haven't updated the loop counter. So what will happen is this will become an infinite loop. So let's see what will happen when I run this program. So guys, you can see here I'm calling the show method of infinite loop example and let's click on execute. And here you can see this executing, that is sending request, will keep on prompting like that for infinite number of times or until unless any exception occurred. If you will close this intentionally, definitely it will stop, and after some time it will show an exception over here. And now you can see the exception have occurred on line number 4, and which is nothing but the condition checked, and the exception is limit exception apex CPU time exceeded, and this happens because of the infinite loop. So guys, that marks the end of this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.